Ooh, welcome everyone to Madden Mayhem presented by the Sports Gambling Podcast and MyBookie.ag. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer dog?
Night 2 of Madden Mayhem, Sean. Will we see another 67-yard field goal attempt?
That was insane last night. Chiefs won 41-31 against the Chargers. The spread was 10.5. They could have let the clock run out. Instead, they kick a 67-yard field goal. They miss it. I cover. I was 2-0 on my bets. Pretty awesome. Joining us in studio as always, third man in the booth, Colby Dan, aka the Dantabase.
I was 0-2, buddy. So you know, enjoy it while it lasts, right?
I'm up 4 units on my boy Ryan Real Money Kramer. I have the Saints laying the huge number. I probably would have taken the Panthers, but we gave you first pick on the podcast, Kramer. You took the Panthers, getting 13 in New Orleans. I'm just hoping New Orleans lights them up with that passing game, getting Kamara going out of the backfield, getting Michael Thomas downfield, and maybe Teddy Bridgewater, aka the Butler, as we call him, the white gloved. Although I don't know if he rocks the white gloves anymore. That was like
better wear the goddamn white glove.
At this point, it's kind of like McMahon with the headband, right? He's got to do it.
Yeah,
right?
It's like the Boz without that giant neck brace. It just, it doesn't make sense. So Bridgewater,
you know what, Sean, you know what the sliders are? They're pacifiers for people who like caps lock. No one with the caps lock on right now, looking at these smooth 50 sliders. Are we? It's Friday Night Football tonight.
TGIF.
Are we also going to go color rush jerseys?
I think Thursday and Friday you got to keep it color rush. I think Saturday and Sunday you go to the classics.
I'm excited. This should be a great game. Revenge game for our boy Teddy Bridgewater, aka the Butler, going back to New Orleans. New Orleans moved on. They brought in Jameis Winston, aka Jameson Winston, as I call him, because I can't pronounce names great and usually drinking Jameson. So it works out. Jameson Winston, of course, recently got LASIK eye surgery. So now he can see street signs and license plates.
Now you can see the defenders, huh? Jeez.
You struggle with depth perception. How do you not get that fixed until now?
That's your livelihood.
I understand.
You're a millionaire.
I understand if I push it off, but you're Jameis, and so maybe all these incidents where Jameis was grabbing for something he shouldn't have been grabbing. Maybe he thought he was grabbing the stick shift instead. It was a Uber driver. We got a great game though, and of course live betting going on all night over at mybookie.ag. Play, win, and get paid. Use a promo code SGP. Right now the line sitting at -13.54 is the total. Looks like it's getting bet down. Kramer, we're locking it in at 13, but looks like the live line already getting knocked down to 10.5. So maybe people are pounding this big number with Carolina. How does it feel to be on the public side, Kramer? You a little worried?
I'm worried because I felt really good about the outcomes of last night. And I look,
and we got burned.
So I get burned on the closing line in the late game. I would have won the +4.5 we talked about on the podcast. And then the early game, somehow the back door left swinging open.
I'm worried right now because I know the FML tour is real, and I was on your picks last night, and then I took Carolina today with blindly without knowing that you were going to bet the same bet as me.
And it's unlike Sean to not tout, but Sean, I believe you hit your lock last night.
I did.
Los Angeles +10.5.
That was my lock on the podcast.
To the Sports Gambling Podcast. Anywhere you get fine podcasts.
What a backdoor cover to save.
My dog is going right now with the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to win outright.
I'm going both
Money
ways.
Line?
I'm going both ways on this one, right?
Money line right now over at my bookie +350. So great time to cash in on that. And overs 2-0 last night. Will that streak continue? Of course, our March Madness tournament. DGen Madness saw a ton of overs, ton of dogs winning outright.
Are we ready?
And we got to give a shout out to Nose Beers. It's trending again once in the chat room. So I know Diggity something, I forget his number, Diggity 2323 introduced the world to the great catchphrase Nose Beers. And so it is. We're down in Bourbon Street. Perfect place to hang out.
That is a great spot.
If you're gonna live that Nose Beers lifestyle, maybe go down there, get some beads, get some Nose Beers, and I'm just excited to get this game going. Let's go.
Sean said, "Let's go." I hit the button. It's happening. Sean, by the way, just to be clear, because again, I was running things over here, wasn't paying attention. You did tell everyone that you laid 13.5 points.
13.
Oh,
13
God, again with the closing number.
Well, I mean, do you want me to get? I gave you 13. Right now, it's like 11 and a half,
cool,
10 and a half.
It's cool, bro.
We're locking it in 13 points. That feels fair, and plenty of prop bets available over at mybookie.ag. I know they got first touchdown, odd even points. I think even hitting the first game. I don't know off the top of my head what the late game is. Kickoff is underway here in the Mercedes Superdome.
Oh,
all the way out to the 29-yard line. Good field position here for the Saints.
Look at that bitch, Drew Brees.
ooh.
Starting at his own 30, 1st and 10, drops back, easy pass over the middle, getting the tight end Jared Cook involved early, 4-yard pickup.
And didn't Carolina only draft defense? And I think they might have thrown a punter in there. So Matt Rule trying to focus on what he knows best in football, the defensive side.
Well, and we are using updated rosters. They got that defensive tackle out of Auburn.
Derek Brown, man, that guy's a beast.
2nd and 6 for the Saints.
A lot of people pointing out odd is sharp.
Handoff to Kamara, nothing doing there.
There's that defense.
1-yard pickup, bringing 3rd and 5. I mean, anything in the playbook is open now. Maybe Taysom Hill sighting, aka the poor man's Jalen Hurts.
Looks a lot like Ron Rivera, but I mean, hey,
is the game realistic enough?
No, not updated coaches.
Will Sean Payton have dip going on the sideline? 3rd and 5. Drew Brees drops back. Wow, wide open.
He had him.
Michael Thomas wide open. And
you do not see that every day.
Miscommunication. You know what I mean? These things happen, especially early on in the Madden Mayhem.
And people in the chat are pointing out, of course, we're hanging out in the Twitch TV/mybookie Madden chat feed. No,
actually, Colby and I are in all the channels.
Oh, okay. Booming punt all the way down. Can they? Oh, downs it right at the 3,
and then runs into the end zone. That's it. Yes, no Luke Kuechly. He's of course not here.
No CTE.
No CT. Just a giant case of vaginitis. Decided to retire early. What kind of bitch move is that? I get it. As I'm hobbling around the house today.
Yeah, right.
I get it.
1st and 10 from their 4. The Butler under center. He does have the white gloves. Christian McCaffrey, huge seam up the middle, 10-yard pickup, 1st down. As a Saints backer, I'm worried about McCaffrey.
Contributor to the Sports Gambling Podcast, Will Mormon pointed out, McCaffrey's an absolute nightmare. He is rated a 99, has incredible speed, does everything really well. I mean, again, New Orleans doesn't put the pressure on Teddy Bridgewater. He knows the playbook. He shared this with his CPU teammates.
Bridgewater motion shotgun, drops back, completes it. Easy completion there for Teddy B, aka the Butler, to
Ian Thomas.
Ian Thomas. All right. Now the 1st down here.
Yeah, tight end Ian Thomas. Look, you gotta if you're a Panther backer, you gotta like that getting the tight end involved early in the game.
A bit of a fantasy darling last year when Olsen went out.
Indeed, 1st and 10 again. Hands it off to Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, man.
And just, I think he's averaging 11 yards a carry right now, or no, 12 make it. Another 1st down for the Panthers.
Saints are kind of like the Chiefs of the NFC, right? Kind of a weak defense overall.
Yep, high flying offense. And they really need to.
I still to this day remember watching his dad's leg flop around on Monday Night Football when he broke it.
Well, speaking of flopping legs, make sure you check out our Joe Theismann interview available on the Sports Gambling Podcast. Teddy Bridgewater in the shotgun, checks it down to
breaks the
Christian
tackle.
McCaffrey. Sheds the tackle, picks up 6 or 7, 8. Make that 8.
Christian McCaffrey, everything that Melvin Gordon wasn't last night.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Melvin
Sean,
Gordon really a dud running the ball. 2nd and 2 here for the Panthers.
some stats have been, the tabulations have started. We will have a stats page for Madden Mayhem.
2nd and 2, handed off to guess who? Christian McCaffrey picks up another 1st down.
Anyone else wondering why the Saints were laying 13 and a half points?
I mean, I took the points. I had to. It was just too many in a video game, right?
Shout out to Joey Buckets, friend of the program. Joey Buckets 205 in the MyBookie Madden Twitch chat. 1st and 10. from their own 47. And then play action. Deep down the field.
Oh, he's got him.
Had a man hit it
Samuel.
right in the hands. Samuel could not bring the ball down. I love that play call though.
Yeah. Good look too, man. I mean, not a poorly thrown ball at all. Look, I was really disappointed when the Jets decided to draft Sam Darnold and go with Sam Darnold over Teddy Bridgewater. Still mad about that. I think Bridgewater's better.
2nd and 10. Another handoff to Christian McCaffrey, but here comes the Saints defense finally slowing down McCaffrey, bringing up 3rd and 12 here. That's not where you want to be if you're Teddy Bridgewater or the Panthers. They need to keep the down and distance manageable for the Butler.
Scotty Rock for life pointing out that we're about to learn about them Madden Saints. I don't know if have you ever watched the CPU Saints play?
Another play action.
Going with the corner.
Almost intercepted.
Under the conditions of Madden Mayhem. The lights shine very bright. These are professionals, but they're not used to this. This is a single elimination tournament. Their experience in this kind of affair is just filling out brackets for March Madness, Sean.
Their only experience is if they're a Division II player and they had a real playoff in D2, not this FCS nonsense. Or FCS has it too.
Panthers punting it. And what are we going to get here? Out of bounds. Tough to tell where that went out. Oh, they're going to spot at the 29. So horrible punt here for the Panthers.
You're in a dome. How does that happen?
Seems to be a bit of a theme here in Madden Mayhem. Horrific punting for some reason.
Special teams, not good.
Welcome to UAB saying he has the Saints winning it all. Slow start here, but it was just the first drive. Get Kamara going.
Do you think anyone else has the Seahawks over the Bills?
I have the Seahawks winning it all.
No.
Not over the
Deep
Bills.
ball.
Though.
Completes it to the tight end.
The better Hill.
Great throw
Josh
for
Hill, is it?
Josh Hill.
Drew Brees to Josh Hill.
Much better value just all around the #1 Hill on the Saints.
Great ball by Brees there. Missed a wide open Thomas in the previous drive, but picks up where he left off. First down Saints. Single back formation. Hands it off to Kamara up the gut. All right, not a bad run there. Picks up 3 or 4. 2nd and 6. Carolina needs to slow down this drive. I think if Saints score first, I think they're going to be in trouble.
Well, again, I mean, it feels like we've watched a lot of football here, and it's only been 7 minutes in the first quarter. So Saints still fine. They can apply the pressure they need to here.
Drew Brees drops back, completes it to the outside to Michael Thomas.
And again, Sean, we
threw into coverage there a little bit. Good ball though.
We saw a pattern last night. We're going to keep an eye on it. Report back to you, but first and third quarters appear to be the defensive quarters. 2nd and 4th were much higher scoring.
Boner soup calling for Bill Burr on the commentary.
Showtime, Mahomes.
There's a little Bill Burr for you. Drew Brees going deep. He's got a man, and that is a touchdown. Saints.
Michael Thomas is good.
Michael Thomas is good, and cash those first TD prop bets.
Gonna need to guard him.
Hey, he may have 2 if Drew Brees hits him on that first one on the first drive.
We didn't properly greet the D-gens out there. Who,
Cheers.
by the way, nose beers seems like the kind of thing that goes up on the patch in the members only, D-gens only jacket.
Yeah, I could see some people doing.
You get the nose beer patch. All right?
Yeah, man.
It's just like Girl Scouts, but grown ass things.
Oh man, I really miss Vegas right now.
Hit a 6-teamer. That's a patch.
Great ball by Drew Brees.
Sean, we're onto something. We got to brainstorm this thing.
Okay, we will. We'll work on it.
Feels like a modern day app.
I mean, you see the difference though in the drives here. Panthers had that deep ball go and had them open.
The plays because eventually the defense gets to stop, get you off the field. When you can score at will, like the New Orleans Saints, that's the big difference. Here we go. Saints at the kickoff.
Well, they're at least kicking it deep this way today.
Take it out. Yes.
Taking it out of the end zone, 2 yards deep, all the way out to the
Gotta use the blockers.
24. So kneeling it was actually the better choice there. Diggity Dog 23 saying nose beers has gone viral, ladies. Who dat chant is echoing through Mercedes-Benz Stadium right now.
I feel like we're in a cathedral or something, listening to a choir.
First and 10 from the 24. Butler using the hard count, or Bridgewater, aka the Butler.
I thought that might have been a fumble.
Incomplete pass.
This game could be over before it started. Sean, I did happen to check the leaderboard in the bracket challenge. Of course, if you missed out on the bracket challenge, Sean, there will be another one for the Sweet 16.
Awesome.
Stay tuned for that. But I saw you had 0 picks correct.
Really? Off to a slow start. I'm 2-0 against the spread, though.
Somehow you got both picks wrong.
How did I have Chargers beating the Chiefs? Outlet pass here. Bubble screen to
because it was a live. It was a live dog, man.
Bubble screen to a DJ Moore there, 8-yard pickup. Now this is the third down that the Panthers can convert on, but again, it's just too methodical.
Sean,
they need that. They need a deep play.
There could be a room in the lower left lip for some chew. So you might want to go in for another review of that. Oh my goodness.
And Christian McCaffrey gets the first down. That guy is just a beast. I'll admit, when he came out of his first year, I thought he was just going to suck. I just couldn't imagine a white running back being this productive, but he's been awesome.
What about John Riggins, man?
Sean, where can people find out any information about the tournament, the leaderboard,
sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Madden? Another handoff here to McCaffrey.
That dumb shotgun run nonsense again. Get used to me saying that.
This time shut down, 1-yard loss. Commentary is racist. We're racist against white people.
Yeah,
being 3 white people, we're allowed to say that, sir.
I'm actually a quarter Sicilian, Sean, so rather not identify with a white person.
What did Christopher Walken say in True Romance? You're part eggplant then, right?
2nd and 11, another bubble screen to DJ Moore. This time,
this playbook,
nothing doing.
Can I say, Sean, this playbook doesn't appear to be open. Perhaps the fact that they haven't been able to get together as a team with the new coach is affecting the CPU Panthers. Meanwhile, Sean Payton, Drew Brees, and the boys, they've done it a couple times.
Scotty Rock for Life calling it a trouble screen. I like that name. 3rd and 13. Play action to Christian McCaffrey. Deep ball by Teddy Bridgewater.
Come on.
Gets a hand on it, but cannot bring it in.
Bomb.
Curtis Samuel had his man beat. Good ball by
typical Florida State guy.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but is that maybe a little high? But I feel like Samuel could have had that. Decent ball.
Look that up, Colby. It's either Florida State or Ohio State.
I think it's Ohio State, dude.
Panthers out to punt. Booming punt, fair catch at the 15, but it trickles into the end zone.
Ohio State.
Touchback.
So there's someone in the chat just really leaning into the McCaffrey is African American.
Okay. Well, we'll have to get his ancestry.com back. I did like his dad, Easy Ed McCaffrey, Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Currently the head coach of the Northern Colorado Bears.
Oh, look at you. The database shows up with 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Saints. Drew Brees drops back. First Alvin Kamara getting involved in the passing game, just a 2-yard pickup, but I think there's going to be some opportunities over the middle. If they should be playing back, trying to stop Michael Thomas, and it does look like he has a lipper in there. And of course, he credits chewing tobacco for helping him conquer his COVID-19 diagnosis. Play action by Drew Brees down the field again.
It's not a good start.
Getting it to the tight end, Jared Cook.
I think Brees has 1 incompletion, and that was on a wide open pass that I still don't understand how that happened.
That could have been a touchdown.
But Brees randomly has horrible passes. I just want to see him get lit up. I want to see a nice blitz, maybe from the 2nd, 3rd level, catch him on the blind side.
We kind of saw that though in the playoff game where he has some duds when it comes to throwing the ball. 1st and 10. Play action again to Kamara. All day for Brees down the middle.
Kamara with a nice blitz pickup.
And that wasn't a good ball. The defender was right there. Michael Thomas had to play defense.
We have not even seen the newest acquisition to this Saints arsenal, Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, hasn't showed up. Interesting.
But I mean, you want to talk about an extra of just professional wide receiver.
Maybe he had too much chicken on the stick.
2nd and 10.
There it is.
Feeling the pressure.
Break
down
that pitch.
goes.
Let's go. He's doing jumping jacks.
Burns with the sack. Third and 19.
He's crossing him up, throwing the fadeaway up there. Jesus.
Brees is talking shit to his offensive line. I like this. I like seeing this, Kramer.
Division in the Saints locker room
he
already.
Was trying to separate his shoulder. Look. Oh my goodness. I love the violence of that tackle.
Yep. Kramer hit a button.
I apologize.
Third and 19. Drew Brees is all day. And
intentional grounding.
Throws the ball away like a huge pussy. Come on, just chuck it up to Michael Thomas.
He's in the pocket there too, right?
No one open.
He wanted to make sure he got to the point where his line was 6 for 9. Colby.
Wow, Dean Hogue 208. May the spirit of Ray Caruth imbue the Panthers defense and allow them to attempt to murder the Saints offense. Getting a little dark here early in the chat room. Deep punt by the Saints. It's a game of field position, and
These punts are money though.
Once again, Panthers starting on their own 4.
And we saw this. The Saints punt 2 nice punts. The Panthers do a horrible punt. They're in a dome, inexcusable.
Sean, we have J Bebe 12 calling for Grier as well.
Ooh, my boy Will Grier. What about? And really, I want to see PJ Walker.
Yeah, he's rated
XFL
pretty low.
Superstar.
They disrespected him a bit.
Someone's asking if Ray Caruth is getting out of jail. He's been out of jail. He's living in Pennsylvania somewhere.
All right. Shout out to Pennsylvania. Bubble screen again to DJ Moore.
Knock
2-yard
this shit
pickup.
off.
You need to fake the bubble screen.
Yeah.
Go deep to Samuel.
Coach
Samuel was open.
Coach Kev checking in. PJ's a 67 on the update.
Not good. I formation.
That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. He was undefeated.
I formation for the Panthers from their own 6. And guess what?
Can we
a
stop
bubble
it?
screen.
Who's the coach right now?
This is not Matt Rule's playbook.
No, who's the OC? I gotta look this up.
It kind of is Matt Rule's playbook.
Shout out to Aaron Hernandez, Boner Soup 30.
These plays work better in when you're playing in the high school conference, the Big 12. You know what I mean?
Come on. He turned that Temple program around. 3rd and 9 from the I formation. Feel like the Panthers are just going to hand it off, call it a day, and they do to the fullback.
That's a give up play. Don't do a fullback dive on 3rd and 9.
You know what?
No trust in the Butler, huh?
Cancel football. This shit's lame. No chance. We have no chance, Cole.
Riverboat Ron.
This is the best case scenario for this Panthers defense to come out and slow the Saints down. They've stopped them twice.
Riverboat Ron's like staying on a 16 against a face card. What are you doing? You got to hit.
You mean Rule?
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I'm looking at Riverboat Ron.
It's the body of Riverboat Ron.
That's a good punt, at least.
The spirit of Matt Rule.
Booming punt for the Panthers. Way to at least change field position. Now they got on their own 34.
I mean, the Panthers are probably caught, I would guess, probably 14 offensive plays. I want to say 12 of them are screens.
Yeah.
That's not good for business.
Boner Soup saying the commentary has made his night the last 2 nights. And trust us, it's making our night. Getting away from the wives, getting drunk, watching Madden, play action. Breeze down the field, the sideline. Again, Cook.
Hey guys,
catch and run.
Why are you falling for the play action when they haven't really successfully ran the ball?
Sean, what was the opening number?
I think 13 and a half. We picked it on the podcast.
More people calling for nose beards. Am I wearing a jock? Yes, sir, I am. We're watching football. Aren't you wearing yours?
you can, by the way, Boner Soup, you can DM Bill Bear and tell him to get back on the podcast, because he was on the podcast for what? How long, Sean?
We had him on for a bunch of episodes in the NFL. Injury for Alvin Kamara.
Sometimes you got to separate personal and business lives, and you know, our close personal friend Bill Burr, we didn't want to continue to leech off his professional success.
Once he was in Star Wars, we knew, oh fuck,
what's going on? Yeah, now when you get in Star Wars, you're not returning our calls.
So we saw Eckler get hurt. He came back pretty quickly. Kamara getting hurt, not a huge deal. Latavius Murray may be just as good.
You know what college he went to?
What college did he go to?
UCF action, man.
UCF.
2nd and 6.
National champions from a few years ago.
For the Saints. Breeze, deep ball over the middle to Cook again.
Just wide open.
Sean,
he's just eating over the middle.
I just spotted the $16 million man, Taysom Hill, running a passing route.
Well, I think what's happened is Carolina's tried to adjust to Michael Thomas. It seems like they're playing a couple high safety back there, and Cook is just wide open over the middle. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10.
I just don't understand why you fear the run at this point.
Oh!
Now you're gonna fear the run if you're Latavius Murray or whoever that is, who's 29.
God,
It's actually Dwayne Washington.
Wow,
You
okay,
thought
bring it
Murray
in.
would get the
Pearl
carry.
Washington, huh? Playing football too.
Oh, he definitely has a lipper. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh
he
my
has a
goodness.
mega lipper. 2nd and 9. Single back set.
doorknob
And another handoff
This is what I mean. Why are you fearing the run? They get like 1 yard of carry on the
Sean.
ground.
to Latavius Murray, 3rd
Door-
and 7. Get the tight ends going.
cousin of John Lynch, the welcome mat, door handle 75, saying Bill Burr is how he found us. Sean.
Wow, awesome. Shout out to Bill. Awesome comedian. Great guest on the podcast, friend of the program. He'll be back one day. 3rd and 7 from the 7.
Big stop.
All day for Breeze completion.
Oh man,
What
For
kind of
the
coverage is this?
touchdown.
that had to be a pick there, right? I didn't see it, but I'm saying it had to be a pick play. How are you that wide open?
Bro. Oh my God.
Jeez.
This coverage.
And Cook, early
This is why
name for player of the game,
This
right?
is why I'm glad the Giants didn't sign that bum, Matt Rule.
The FML tour is strong.
That's very strong.
It is.
Yeah.
New Orleans out to a 14-0 lead, and really it may have been 21 if Drew Brees doesn't miss that wide open Michael Thomas. Carolina's been able to move the ball, but just horrible field position, not being able to get stops on defense. The story of the game
Joey
so far.
Buckets pointing out Fade Kramer. Coach Kev saying a little rub route there.
Ooh,
Now Kramer,
you know who loves that? Robert Kraft.
Oh, I thought I was trying to set you up differently.
now who are you taking in this next game? Because I don't want to be on the same side as you, Kramer.
I'm on Atlanta plus 6.5.
Okay, good.
Kramer,
I'm on Atlanta. I already
make the
bet it.
case for
Yeah.
the road favorite Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bray,
It's
Tampa Tom.
I got my baby
Brady.
Eppin Wales shirt on because it's Boston South
real, man.
championship pedigree. Gronk is back.
He is back.
How long is he gonna be back for? Injured by the first quarter or second quarter?
I would be very nervous if I was a Falcons backer.
He retired when he found out wrestling wasn't real. Yeah, it's like I need to go back to football. 1st and 10 for the Panthers, taking over on their own 25.
What did Gronk tell you again? When he trying to deliver a line on when you guys were working together, and he's like, "I didn't need to."
Yeah, he didn't know how to. I worked on a TV show with Gronk, and he didn't know how to pronounce the word chore on the teleprompter. He kept calling it jor for like 10 minutes, and then we're like, Gronk, you don't know how to pronounce chore? Didn't you ever do any chores growing up? He goes, No, I was too busy scoring touchdowns. So
Toilet flush.
which is an awesome.
That's like that little league kid that's like, I hit dingers.
Yeah. By the way, okay, you get this video. It's up on our Instagram. Check out Sports Gambling
2nd and 2,
Podcast.
Carolina Panthers.
Check out Sports Gambling Podcast on Instagram. It's great.
Kobe,
Play
this-
action about Christian McCaffrey
Oh!
all day. Doesn't see.
Come on. How long can you sit back there before you realize that you're gonna get hit?
You know,
Davenport, you got to feel that backside
Yeah.
pressure.
they gave up a lot for him last year in the draft. Looking like it's paying off here in Madden Mayhem.
And Gronk is, of course, on
Is that a
the
USA chant? Broken out in New Orleans.
huge Patriots. 3rd and 6. Carolina needs to convert here.
What the
and
fuck was that?
unclear.
Jesus.
Unclear who he was throwing to. Looks like Christian McCaffrey. He's frustrated on the sidelines. No one open.
I mean, come on.
Wow.
At least go for the first down marker.
Yeah, it is frustrating when they don't throw it past the sticks. That always drove Berman crazy. Punt team comes out.
This is
Decent
there's
kickoff.
half blowout
Or
potential.
sorry, decent
here.
punt. Returns it from the 15. Looks like he got about 7 or 8. I think Carolina needs a turnover to get back in this game.
I'm not feeling good, Sean. Hopefully the back door stays open. Bradley Shub wants to know, Sean, did you ever bang that dude's wife?
Camille Kostek, are you talking about, or whose wife? Oh, okay. You're
I have
talking.
no idea. I was just passing the information.
There was a
along.
guy on Twitter who kept wanting me to try and bang his
that's right.
wife.
That's right.
1st and 10 from the I formation, handed off to Latavius Murray.
Kamara apparently still injured.
Still out. 3-yard pickup for Latavius Murray.
Will it
No,
matter?
I didn't bang that guy's wife.
He really wanted you to.
Yeah, well, I do what I can to give back to the fans, but I have a feeling the random dude who contacted me on Twitter, his wife was not hot. Gonna go out on a limb there. 2nd and 7 from the I formation. Bubble screen to Michael Thomas.
Fumble. That's a fumble.
Oh, why didn't he pick it up and run?
What happened there? It didn't seem like he was tackled. No review.
Ball was behind the line, man.
No review. Are you?
Call it. Call it.
1st and 10 from the 21, and they run a bubble
Jeez,
screen.
what are with these dumbass screens? Who is the OC for the Panthers?
DJ Moore, the 2-yard loss.
Got Steve
and
Spurrier
I said the
Jr.
Panthers needed a turnover to get back in this game, and they got it.
Oh, I can't wait for the field goal. This offense is dreadful. Matt Rule is trash.
How about you? Whatever happened to running with McCaffrey? He was getting yards.
I don't know why he's not touching the ball. He's rated 99, I believe.
2nd and 12.
Passing the ball.
Teddy Bridgewater
Oh my
spinning,
gosh.
faces the pressure.
Now they're out of field goal range.
Dude, what the hell is going on here? Why is he in like a goal line offense? We got the whole team in a 3-point stance except for McCaffrey.
Yeah, you can't take a sack there.
Fumble loading.
Who dat chance echoing through the building. 3rd and 20 from the 31. Teddy B drops back, checks it
Check
down.
down, City.
No attempt there to get the first down, but
You fucking losers.
they do throw it to Robbie Anderson. Completes.
Well, I mean, we are a fan of Robbie Anderson here on the podcast.
Oh my
He did
God.
once tell a cop that he wanted to skull fuck the cop's wife. So
No, he said he wanted a nut in the cop
Oh, that's right.
wife's eye, which is
Allegedly.
a bold play.
Allegedly.
Everyone has their fantasies.
They're gonna miss this, Colby.
4th and 11, 39-yarder. It's up and it's good.
Nice.
Hey, we're covering.
Cut the lead to or the deficit to 11. Needed a touchdown there, but
Are you
to state
feeling-
the obvious.
Are we gonna have our first under in Madden Mayhem?
I don't know. I could see New Orleans. It feels like they got more scores available. Michael Thomas still a matchup nightmare. Jared Cook just eating like a man at hometown
haven't-
buffet.
We haven't called Emmanuel Sanders names. We haven't really called any of the running backs names. We haven't called Taysom Hill, the $21 million man name.
Yeah, not at all. Hill.
Jameis Winston. Will we get to see some backup time from Jameis in the second half?
Could be, man. Could be.
Yeah, that would be interesting if we get a Jameis Winston sighting here in the game. 9:52 left in the first half.
I love how you couldn't restrict yourself from saying Jameis Winston. That you've just gone all in with it.
No, well,
It's
now
just how I say it. I'm sorry, it's a speech impediment.
I messed it up a couple times, but at some point it became a nickname.
Can't use the R word.
And again, calling him Jameis Winston, it does. Jameson whiskey, when you drink a lot of it, you get a little reckless, play a little loose, much like Jameson Winston out on the field. It just kind of works.
Sean, even 2-0 last night.
Even what? Okay, nice. So maybe that's the way to go in Madden. 1st and 10 from their own 25, single back formation. Kamara still out of the game. Latavius Murray,
You can fumble. Come on.
breaks through a tackle. His best run of the game, a 6-yard pickup.
Panthers definitely, like by a mile, the worst team we've seen in this game, considering they have a 99 rated offensive player.
I feel like it's more of the play calling. They've abandoned McCaffrey. They keep going with these stupid screens. It's not like they have talent in the receiving core. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even understand why you're trying to get these players the ball in the open
2nd
field.
and 4. Breeze drops back to pass.
Cook,
Again,
just
Jared
a nightmare
Cook.
for this team.
No one can guard this man. And maybe the Panthers should have went linebacker there. Instead, they took the defensive tackle out of Auburn.
Shout out to Bert Chrysler. This commentary is better than the actual games. We
Well, there
agree.
you go.
Thank you. Send an email to ESPN. They're still employing Booger.
It's a live podcast.
There's a good hit.
And Washington rejected with a 3-yard loss there. They got to get him out of the game.
It's Shaq Thompson on the hit.
If you're gonna run the ball, give it to Latavius Murray. But again, why do you need to run the ball? Just keep throwing it to Jared Cook. They're loading up against the run, Carolina, for some reason. They should be sitting back in coverage. They are a nickel right now. Hands it off to Latavius Murray.
You know what though? He somehow gets a few yards out of that. That
Slow
should have
as
been
smooth.
That
and
should have
smooth
been
as
like a
fast.
1-yard run, and he gets 3 or 4.
5-yard pickup, not bad. He's tough to tackle, I think, is his expertise. 3rd and 8 for the Saints. Dare I say it? Jared Cook over the middle.
Yeah. How about you don't respect the
Taysom
run
Hill
here?
in the game.
Don't respect the run. They're gonna pass.
Taysom Hill on the outlet.
Oh,
He's
no.
got it.
Oh,
He's got
oh,
the
no.
juking.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Oh,
Taysom Hill.
I hate CPU.
I need a nose beer. I need a nose beer to make it through this game.
K Succat 93. Oh, like KSU Cat explaining, wanting to know what the nose beer is.
Well, just imagine a
Marion Barry.
Well, let me explain it with Dean Hogue 208's words. Kamara's nose ring is hollow and filled with nose beers.
1st and 10 for the Saints.
Oh, screen! Oh, come on! It hits you in the face.
Dangerous throw there.
I feel like the Panthers defense is playing a pretty good game. I would be happy with this. The offense just done nothing.
Yeah.
Bring in Grier. Bring in PJ Walker. Do something.
I mean, and what's crazy is the screen was actually kind of set up there. It's just a bad throw.
2nd and 10 on the 47. Shotgun handoff. Washington getting a little running room there.
Panthers are just on ice skates.
Best run of the game. Can't do anything on defense. Getting pushed around left and right.
Think Eddie O's at this game?
Yeah, of course.
What else is
Hashtag
he
we
doing?
Tigers.
I feel like he's doing football even when he's not doing football.
3rd and 6. This to me is 4th down territory if you want to remain aggressive. Breeze drops back.
Oh, thank God. He was open too.
That's the random, like, you tilt your head a little bit. You're like, oh man, maybe Drew Brees is falling off the cliff a little bit.
Bad throw there. I would go for it here. You're on the 43, 4th and 6, very manageable. Get something over the middle.
No. You got to play it safe.
Oh, they're kicking the field goal, the 60-yarder in the dome.
Love it, Colby.
The Madden Sims
don't like it.
love
I'd
the
rather a
long
punt.
field goal.
I mean, Lutz has a leg.
Booming. Oh,
good.
just short.
Can't trust guys named Lutz.
All right, where are we at here now? Carolina takes over. I would have gone for it there versus a 60-yard field goal. Are
Now
you kidding me?
you gave the Panthers the ball on the 50-yard line. They've done nothing all game unless you've given them good field position. That was a boneheaded move by Sean Payton.
Exactly. Needs to lay off the nose beers.
Oh God.
Horrible blocking there. Christian McCaffrey tackled behind the line. 2nd
It's
and
like
12.
they thought their kicker was like Tom Dempsey with that little hoof that could just kick the ball from like 100 yards.
Did he have like a defective
Yeah,
foot?
I don't know what the hell he had, but it was
He
amazing.
had half a foot. I mean,
Yeah.
he was wearing a shoe that fit his foot. It just happened to also give him a massive
I thought it was
advantage.
like a Ron Perlman situation where maybe his mom fucked a horse. So
Okay.
Deep pull
Not
there.
aware of
Colby.
that one.
False start by the Panthers.
Jesus.
Going to bring them back. 2nd and 17.
This is the worst half of football we've seen in Madden Mayhem so far.
just run it to McCaffrey, please.
And, under probably looking pretty good. I think it closed at what? 54, Kramer?
Sorry.
2nd and 17 from the 43.
Get rid of it. Yes.
Checks it down, but hey, got some of the yardage back there
This fucking guy
to Curtis
has
Samuel. Kramer, let's get a look at the updated lines.
42 yards. Jesus Christ. Head over to my bookie, which of course, Sean, that you want to use that promo code SGP. Let me hit that update button. 13.5 is the updated number, Sean. Minus 900 on the money line. Panthers still plus 400.
3rd and 9. Bridgewater scrambling deep down the middle. Has a man.
Oh, you fucking bum.
This guy, catch the ball,
Come
Thomas.
on.
Ian Thomas, the tight end, can't bring it down.
Is that the second drop by this guy?
Totals down to 47.5 from I think 53.5. Well, it was Samuel has a couple drops, but boy,
Dude, that
they've
one.
had
come
opportunities.
On. Don't. Jesus.
Put your body on the line, you bitch. Well, you got
Come on.
Deep booming
Come on.
punt out of the
Jeez.
end zone.
You ever punt before, Chief?
Wait, was it out of the end zone?
Jesus,
Yeah,
that was
it's a
at-
touchback.
That was in the stands practically.
And the Saints take over from their own 20. Get another touchdown here. Really throw some dirt on the Panthers' grave right now.
Live total or live numbers move 16.5 now for the Saints. Money line for the Panthers up to plus 600.
Pistol formation. Breeze shotgun
Panthers defense
all day, and again
Jeez.
easy pass over the
Traquan
middle.
Smith.
How about we go, man? Let's man up.
I think they're just sitting back in a weird
Yeah,
zone.
let's
and
man up. That was
leaves the middle
yeah.
way open.
They're actually playing man right now. I don't know what that is.
Where's the defender
I
on
don't
him?
know.
though?
Where's his man then? If they're playing man,
The live numbers moving hot. 17.5 now for the Saints.
2-back setup. Play action, Breeze. Again, easy check down over the middle.
Still honoring the run. I don't understand it, Matt Rule.
Emmanuel Sanders, first catch of the game. First down, 13-yard
Everyone is
pickup.
getting involved.
All right, what are we doing here? On the 41, 1st and 10 for the Saints. Staying in the two-back setup. Let's split eye. Handed it off.
Going with the counter tray action.
There you go. Latavius Murray picks up a few. 2nd and 7.
I like their commitment to the run. It hasn't been working out really great, but I'm saying I can dig Sean Payton's approach.
Dean Hogue saying he needs a commercial break to get more beer.
The halftime's coming. We will have a approximately 10-minute break.
There you go. Single back setup. Saints on the move. 2nd and 7 at the 38. Ooh, jet sweep.
Oh, too much dancing. He had the first down there.
Emmanuel Sanders started juking way before anyone was near him. Got a little happy feet there, but picked up 4 yards. 3rd and 3, very manageable.
I'm sorry. Someone says he won $500 on my bookie, but he spent most of it on hookers and Coke. What's Coke? Never heard of that.
He wasted the rest.
Yeah. Nose beers?
There you go. 2-minute warning. Saints driving, looking to make it a 3-score game here to close out the first
How
half.
is Sean Payton the same build as Andy Reid? What the fuck's going on in this game?
Empty formation, shotgun for Breeze, 3rd and 3.
You didn't know one of the symptoms of coronavirus was you put on a lot of weight.
Checks it down.
He's short. He's short.
Forward
He's short.
progress. They may give it to him.
4th and 1, baby.
Who called the timeout?
I don't know. Unclear. I missed that.
4th and 1.
4th and 1.
Just kick
Only
it.
a 2-yard pickup.
Kick it. And then we'll get a field goal. Well, hopefully.
I'd say you go for it. On the 32. I mean, as a Saints backer, I'm fine with them kicking a field goal, but I would go for it.
He can miss.
I'm aggressive.
This guy can miss.
49-yarder.
It's a long field goal.
Block it.
He
So-
got it.
Lava leg.
Drilled
Sinks
it.
it. Will Lutz with the 49-yarder as New Orleans extends the lead 17-3.
Don't look now, but Carolina could score this touchdown, cut it to 7 at the half. Sean, who got the ball to start? I think it was the Saints.
Yes,
Yeah, they went 3 and
Carolina.
out. Yeah.
Carolina could be tied after the first drive.
Don't get ahead of yourself. And if they commit to Christian
Hold on.
McCaffrey, I believe he can score.
Can I speak to the sim betting community?
What's that?
McCaffrey 80-yard touchdown loading.
There we go.
People do like using the term loading.
You know what I say?
Sean having a glass of whiskey loading.
You know what I say though is have McCaffrey come in motion and we'll set up one of those bubble screens to a 99 and let's see if they're gonna run a bubble screen. Do it to McCaffrey.
They need to get Curtis Samuel. They had him on that one deep ball, gotten away from it. The bubble screen's not working.
Go.
Taking it out of the end zone.
Use your blockers though. You're ahead of your blockers. Jeez.
Massive hit by the Saints.
God.
Have they played football before?
Correction, McCaffrey 78-yard touchdown reception loading.
Chum Much 36. Firing up the blunt loading.
Oh, that sounds
1st and
great.
10 from their own 22. Let's go, guys.
Oh man.
Saints defense.
It's a good time to hand it off. You got 2 timeouts.
And they do. There you go. Christian McCaffrey.
And they look way more yards than those screens.
Takes an army. They're going to do a great job of driving like 35 yards.
Yeah.
With
Hurry up.
0
No
seconds
huddle.
on the
No
clock.
huddle.
Here you
Come
go.
on.
4-yard pickup for McCaffrey. 2nd and 6.
Why are they taking their time? What's going on? What's going on here? Just gonna.
There we go.
Oh, no huddle.
There we
Sure.
go. Finally broke it out. Spins. Oh, checks
Jesus.
it down. That's not what you want to do. A 2-yard completion to Christian McCaffrey.
Might as well run it because you're gonna get more yards running it to him than that nonsense.
He has 3 yards per an attempt. Teddy Bridgewater right now.
Oh, all right. Here we go. 3rd and 4. Big down here. They're in no huddle. So
Yeah,
if they
call
stop them,
hike. Oh my God.
and who
Now
called the 3 timeouts? If they
Sean.
stop them here, they got a chance to score again before the first half is over.
I'm going to break my own Xbox in a second.
I mean, they let 30 seconds go off the clock. Then they call a timeout.
Not a good strategy.
I'm gonna need more
13.
Jameson
Go
to get through
deep.
this.
Have some fucking onions.
Come on.
Plenty of time for Bridgewater.
Come on.
But he doesn't take advantage of it.
Coming in. Get rid of the ball.
Like
Oh
I
my
said,
God.
Saints called the timeout. Panthers knocked back to their own 15. A kill shot opportunity here for the Saints in the first half.
It kind of
It's not
reminds.
even halftime, Colby.
Panthers will get the ball starting the second half.
Kind of reminds me of when Manziel was QB. I feel like he would just sit back there.
Updated money line for the Panthers 10-1. I feel like I might take a
Plus 1,000. Hashtag DGens only. Deep punt. Booming
my
punt to the
goodness.
20. Room for a return.
Fumble. Come on.
Picks up 12.
Not a lot of fumbles in this game.
Teddy B fucking sucks ass, according to Big Money Mike. 1988. Fair assessment of his play so far. Although,
It's the play calling.
Can we
I would call out the play calling more. He's had a couple deep balls that look
drops.
decent.
Yeah.
asterisk on that? Better than Colin Kaepernick.
First and 10, empty formation. Drew Brees back to pass all day down the field.
Honestly, it looks like the Panthers are just guessing. It looks like they're blindfolded out there.
They're sitting back in prevent defense.
And because they called timeout, the Saints have opportunity to go down this field.
And that
So
was
it's either make up your mind. If you're going to burn 40 seconds, then at least burn all the clock.
they don't even need Alvin Kamara. Haven't missed a beat. The Saints. Alvin Kamara is still injured.
Is it going to be weird when I'm going to hate Matt Rule going into the season based on his performance in
It
Madden
is.
Mayhem?
It is CPU Ron Rivera though.
Yeah.
All day for Breeze once again. Outlet pass.
Keep
Jared
him in
Cook.
bounds. Of course,
Oh, are they calling that in or out?
Out.
Oh, they're
No,
saying
he's in.
he's
He's
in.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Clock is running.
Jared Cook
we got
having
some
a
charity there.
monster first half.
2nd and 2. No sense of urgency here for the Saints. Probably just going to settle for that sweet 60-yard field goal that the CPU Sims love for some reason.
Is that it? They
No,
called
there's
timeout?
20
What
seconds
happened?
left.
What happened right now?
They
Timeout?
called the timeout.
Okay.
21 seconds left to go in the first half. On the Panthers 47.
The database is definitely getting a bit irritated.
That was their last
by-
time.
He is.
I am. Of course.
When he loses, he gets chippy, but don't we all?
It,
2nd and 2 from the 47. Oh,
oh, nice.
Wow.
Just showing off.
horrible
Lost
ball
yards.
by Breeze. Lost yards. That could be the
Beautiful.
end of the
Beautiful.
half as they don't know how to spike the ball here in Madden.
Somehow
Mayhem.
the cover is still very much alive.
Tick, 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 tick,
I
tick.
feel like we're down 31-3 here.
Love it.
Saints really missing an opportunity to add some points here in the first
Joey
half to extend their
Buckets
lead.
reminding us that the Jets beat the Giants 45-7 today.
Pause.
Also in the regular season last year. Ooh.
I'm telling you, I think the reflexes I'm exhibiting, considering the circumstances. Halftime, guys. All right, first up order of business. The game will restart at 5:58 p.m. on the West Coast. Man, Carolina, literally 62 yards. 62 yards, only down 2
And
touchdowns.
I feel like the first drive, McCaffrey had like 39 of those.
and we'll see what his personal stats are. But look at this: 300 yards to 110, and it's
There you go. Come on, Kramer, hit us with the.
It
You're
could be
only down
worse.
14.
It could be worse. I think if I'm a Carolina backer, I'm feeling like we have an opportunity to come back here. Drew Brees absolutely lights out. 17 of 22 for 229, 77% completion, 2 touchdowns. Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, Sean, when you have 14 attempts and 43 yards, that's 3 yards per an attempt. That's not very good.
Live line plus 18 for the Panthers. Any chance you're getting involved on
plus 30 right now.
Plus 18?
Yeah.
Why not? They're playing. They have an opportunity.
They're playing. What are we going to finish that sentence?
Jared Cook 9 for 97. Are you kidding me? Player of the game by a mile, right? You give it to him over Drew Brees, right?
Yeah, I give it to the OC of the Panthers. All right, because just terrible. That's the one thing we could say. Matt Rule, second half coach.
You know what?
Let's get optimistic.
I'll
here.
say this. I think Carolina's defense played great.
Yeah.
To limit them to only 17 points, considering your offense could only muster 62 yards.
The only time they got stopped was that one horrific throw by Drew Brees, and then the other time they got stopped was when that time ran out. Other than that, Saints have just been marching up and down the field. And the only real positive for the Panthers was that fumble, and they didn't take advantage of that. They settled for a field goal by taking a sack.
Yeah, I mean they went backwards. I think on that drive. I think maybe on the 3rd and 17, they might have got 5 yards.
Madden 42020 pointing out Saints punter player of the game so far. I wouldn't go that far, but certainly he's done a great job. 2 punts down within the 5-yard line.
Sean, look at this: 22 total passing yards when you include the sack yardage. They literally have 10 times as many passing yards.
I want to say he's only tried to pass the ball like past the first down marker twice, and both times were almost caught and dropped. But you got to take more shots deep down the field. You know, like they're not going to respect it. So I don't know. Teddy Bridgewater let me down here. Take off the glove. Take it off.
Which one? He rocks 2 gloves, Colby. So
take off the right hand. All right. He's right-handed.
I got to reload my beverage.
Okay, I could use a refill as well. Perfect time for everyone in the audience to grab a refill. Maybe head over to my bookie, check out the second half action. Hopefully you cashed in the first half. Saints first half, I'm sure cashed. Under first half, probably cashed as well at 20 points. I can't imagine it went over. Roughnecks stand up.
Yeah, I'd love to see anyone right now. Yeah, I'm loading up here.
Loading up. Everyone's reloading. And if you're depositing over mybookie.ag, use the promo code SGP. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast. Just had an awesome interview with Joe Theismann, one of our favorite, I think, all time on the podcast.
Man, I mean, how many? I mean, we didn't even know this. I feel like I don't know if you did, Sean, but I didn't know this a few weeks ago. I guess maybe my dad might have mentioned something when I was a child, like maybe a teenager or something. But Joe Theismann used to return punts.
Yep.
Is that the most gangster quarterback of all time? Of recent memory, at least. I'm sure if you go back to the 20s or 30s, you'll find some real badasses.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. He went through his whole story. It started out, he played for the CFL, and then he got traded. The Dolphins originally drafted Theismann, and then they traded him to the Redskins for a first rounder. Imagine a team trading for a first round quarterback essentially
as your third string.
And then having him as your 3rd string quarterback and then just randomly using him on punt returns.
Well, even that story is hilarious. Listen to the podcast because it's a great story. I'm not going to sit here and give you the podcast now. All right.
No, there's a tons of good stuff there. And just look us up, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Tons of good content over there. Of course, we're always giving out picks, tons of free picks. None of our stuff is we don't sell our picks like loser touts.
We got another ex Pro Bowl quarterback or retired NFL quarterback coming on next week. I'm excited for that.
Well, and we
shout
just
out
had
to
Jake
the
Plummer.
Sim touts though. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, Jake Plummer. Where's quarterback you over here, man?
Jake Plummer, Al Harrington had on the podcast talking about getting his grandmother high with a volcano off some Vietnam Kush or something.
Yeah.
He cured her glaucoma. It was pretty awesome.
But let's talk about our all-time our guy.
So hold on,
Mike One Leach.
People are asking about the second half number. Well, we have the live number at -20.5 now. The updated. Oh, my screen just refreshed and I just lost everything. The updated money line still +1,000 for the Panthers. 47 is the total. Second half team totals: 13.5 for the Panthers, 16 for the Saints. You taking either one of those, Sean?
Under Carolina 13.5. I don't see how they get 2 touchdowns.
It seems pretty obvious.
Yeah. We're gonna need a defensive touchdown.
Yeah,
gonna have to step up.
And they're. Sorry, I went down the wrong tube, but they already. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Remind me of like a George W. Press conference when he would just start coughing
down by the river.
No, but anyway, okay. Look, if they haven't gotten much pressure on Drew Brees all game, right, Kramer? Like
I actually think the defense has done.
No, they've covered fairly well. They forced that fumble.
They've gotten a little pressure. They've gotten a sack. They've gotten a 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't 31-3.
Cali G84 saying someone's got the Rona. I think it's referring to the greenie over here.
I was just spreading COVID-19 all over the studio. You're welcome.
Oh shit! All right, we got 3 minutes.
But yeah, look, I'm thrilled. We're as a guy who took the 13.5. I'm a half a point away from still winning money. I don't know how the fuck I'm doing that, but Hey, Matt Rule second, make some adjustments, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe you saw something in the film saying the bubble screen could work. Well, I'm here to tell you it doesn't work. So
well, you guys are trying. So I think the turnover battle, Carolina's going to turn it over in the second half. Things are going to equalize, and the Saints are really going to murder the Panthers.
But at the same time, this was almost like a turnover when the Panthers had that like 14-yard punt to start the game. That I feel like that should count as a turnover because you're in a dome. What they turn on the air conditioning? What the fuck happened on that ball? I don't understand. But look, we got a whole half. Just give Christian McCaffrey the rock.
Is that the plan?
Dude, I wanted to see 30 carries with him in the second half.
I would like them.
Right?
I'd like to see them go deep again and actually give it a shot. Where's
Robbie Anderson been? He's a speedster.
Yeah.
They had one deep ball to Curtis Samuel, and other than that, nothing.
They tried one to the tight end also, and he dropped it. Yeah.
Anyway,
Ian Thomas, a couple drops.
I don't have a lot of faith in those wideouts, believe it or not.
is everyone ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
We are ready.
I'm
Let's
asking
go.
the audience. I'm asking the listeners watching us from all around the world. Colby.
Yeah, there are some dudes in Ireland checking it out. So
and shout out to my guy Reed Rothschild. Sorry, did I step on you?
No, it's fine. Right from wait, that's the guy's name in Casino, right?
Is it Reed Rothschild?
I think so.
Okay.
True story. Dude who I hadn't talked to in over 15 years reached out to me, said was pretty cool what we were doing out here on the left coast.
As in Madden Mayhem,
guy,
or what are we talking?
Yeah,
here?
he's like I watched a goddamn video game.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Right.
It is exciting, especially when you got money over at mybookie.ag.
Sean, are
Promo
you
code
ready?
SGP. Play win.
The audience is ready.
Everyone's chipping. Let's get back to the
Wait.
action.
Has everyone gotten their nose beards?
I need a fresh nose beer, man.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about PG nose beers, we have smelling salts in the studio right now. We can go down that route. I thought we would save that for the final four.
I'm gonna call smelling salts decaf nose beers. Not quite the full strength, but you do feel like how you feel for that first couple seconds. It wears off quickly though.
All right, hey,
Carolina gets the ball to start.
Get it. You don't have that many returns anymore. Special teams coaches probably not used as often, or teaching the return as often. But come on, man, hit your blocks. I need a nose beer.
13 and a half sitting right at the line here. 17-3 to start the second half. Teddy B under center. 1st and 10 from their own 23. McCaffrey motion in the backfield.
Look at this. Once again, going power. I like it. Oh, it's amazing what happens when you give the ball to the great white hype.
Christian McCaffrey, first down for the Panthers. 10-yard pickup for the running back. He's Stanford kid, right?
Yeah, I don't want to see one more pass for the Panthers. All right, is that fair?
Well, I think they do need to pass a little bit. Robbie Anderson, no show.
Apparently Matt Rule's listening to me. I love that. I don't even see receivers. Just run.
Power run again, right up the gut with McCaffrey. 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1.
And let's be honest, the Saints have always been defensively kind of a finesse team. That's how you beat them, is you just run it run it right down their throats.
Yeah, they're just kind of pounding the rock. Bleed the clock here.
Oh God.
Keep Drew Brees off the field.
Fucking shotgun from the
2nd and 1. And another handoff to Christian McCaffrey, bursting up the seam. 3 straight runs here for Christian McCaffrey. Got them down to the 45. I mean, what's that to like? If you're a Panthers backer, get it to your best player. He's 99 for a reason.
And it's been obvious all game, really. The first drive, he was just killing it. It's like they went away from it.
No bubble screen so far. 1st and 10.
Yes.
Another run up the middle.
With it. Gets what, a yard?
I think you got stopped for no gain. Nope, they'll call it a yard. 2nd and 9.
Let's still stick to the plan here. Keep running it.
Turnover loading, as they like to say in the sim world.
Oh, no,
I'm calling for it. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers. Do they hand it off a 5th time?
I love this formation, though. I'm loving what I'm seeing here.
And again, another handoff to McCaffrey.
Who's number 74? Get 74 out of the game.
I love Colby getting excited about extra linemen, extra tight ends.
Get Little out of here.
5 runs in a row for the Panthers. Now they find themselves in a 3rd and 11 situation.
I still say run it. kick a 60-yard field goal after that.
2-back set, shotgun. Teddy B over the middle, short of the first down.
What is this, a 57, 58 yarder here?
Go for it.
Definitely a field goal they will attempt, as we've seen in these Madden Sims.
Go for it.
Bonifon with the reception. All right, here we go. 4th and 4. I would go for it. Instead, they're opting to kick a 56-yarder.
Come on, you got this, dude. You got this.
It's
You
up.
got it.
No good.
Dude, can you put some more air under that, man? The thing was the duck.
And now you give the Saints great field position. Go for it. Throw the ball to Christian McCaffrey.
I don't think a 58-yarder is that ridiculous in the dome. By the way, Reed Rothschild is John C. Reilly's character in Boogie Nights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I recognize it from somewhere. All right.
Oh, man, such hope.
Saints take over. Great field position on their own 46. Breeze back to pass over the middle, or no, off to the sideline there. Completes it to Michael Thomas. Down to the Panthers 40. And once again, they're in Carolina territory. Kramer, what do you think of the start of the second half?
It's more just continuation of the Kramer FML tour. You know where that kicker went to college?
Where?
Virginia Tech.
Oh.
Single back set. Kamara back in the game. Completes it over the middle to guess who? Jared Cook.
They're not guarding Jared Cook. I recommend they guard Jared Cook. Sean, a couple people wondering who they're listening to right now.
Well, of course, you're listening to Sports Gambling Podcast. You can follow us at Gambling Podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. I'm Sean Second, the Money Green, here with Ryan Real Money Kramer, who just asked that question, and of course, Colby Dant, aka the Danta Base, hands it off to Alvin Kamara. Back in the
there
game.
we go.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
And Sean, we've made our podcast completely free. We know people are struggling with hardship right now, so we want to make sure they are entertained. 100% of the podcast is now completely free. Madden Mayhem completely free. All of this completely free.
And really, our entire website, everything completely free. Another hand up to Kamara, finds a corner outside, runs. Okay, now Alvin Kamara had to take a shit, right? Like,
well, no, he just took a headshot a second ago. He came out. That's a guy I didn't want to make contact.
That's clearly a guy who has to take a shit.
That's a guy who needed a reload on the nose beers.
Yeah, Jesus.
Oh God!
The trainer had to hit him with a quick nose beer.
That's what those smelling salts actually are. They're just tiny amounts of nose beards. 3rd and 4. Breeze completes it. Michael Thomas.
Hey, why would you not guard arguably the best receiver in the NFL? What's going on here?
Colby,
man up.
I'm starting to think you're a loser. I'm starting to think you're a mush.
Buddy, you've had years of this. I just told you the Jets beat the Giants in the simulation.
I've also been an epic winner, as Sean will tell you.
Kramer's had some runs. 1st and goal from the 6.
Look, I don't want to talk about
his team's
your,
not so
your
much.
rugby run in
there we go.
98.
Hey, look, I'm a little cold right now, all right?
Down goes Breeze. A sack for the Carolina Panthers, knocking them back to the 12-yard line. Diggity Dog requesting the clock go to 20x speed. Second, I mean that's probably the nose beers talking. Second and goal from the 12.
Come on, get some pressure.
All day, throw it.
Oh, he's not open the whole time.
Completes it
doing.
They're playing heels on the goal line defense, Colby.
Completes it to Cook. Picks up 5 or 6 here.
Look at that line,
dude. Terrible.
Absolutely 3rd and goal from the 6. Saints need a touchdown here. Taysom Hill territory.
Sean, do you think people would play in some sort of like fantasy, like FFPC playoff challenge style game for the Sweet 16?
Of course, right. Drew Brees drops back all day, completes it. I saw that completion happening. One-armed grab. Are you kidding? By Emmanuel Sanders, rubbing it in Panthers backer's face.
Hate this team, dude.
Panthers suck.
Yeah, they should. You know what? They should get their team deleted for this.
Let's go 781. Say nose beers are legal in quarantine. Actually, CDC said it cures COVID-19. So just don't tell your wife.
Yeah, momentarily.
24-3 right now.
Sean, can
we're in blowout territory. Madden Saints on a roll.
Can we quickly? Me and Colby need to hire the New England film crew to take care of these bet tickets for us.
let me see if I can track down the New England film crew.
Get him on the line.
I mean,
I can delete this right here for you.
Of course, is the guy when he got caught filming in Spygate 2.
I can delete this right here for you.
It's so weird how many crooked film guys there have been.
Well, and yeah, if you saw the Red Sox,
I mean,
it was really unfortunate.
Same crime, different guy, different team.
I think the Red Sox might even be worse.
They said it was a rogue video guy.
Yeah. I haven't even read up on it.
Golly,
what is it about Boston and just a city filled with rogue video guys who just keep recording the other team's plays, not because anyone directed them to it. They're just at the Sports Gambling Podcast, Kramer. I wish we had employees that were just going rogue and doing things that would greatly benefit us financially and whatever.
You give me ideas over here? You trying to subtly tell me something?
24-3. Teddy B clapping the hands, going under center. They're going to hand it off to McCaffrey again. They don't know what else to do.
Ooh,
man. I mean, his numbers aren't even that bad, but
3-yard pickup for McCaffrey. That's really what it is. A lack of explosion.
well, check this out. If you continue to have success running the ball, it opens up the play action. The problem is you're down 21 points. So it's
you need 2nd and 7.
Pretty much over.
Throws it out to McCaffrey.
And this is that bullshit offense.
This is the offense that gets you paid in fantasy when you're starting Christian McCaffrey.
This is PPR points. Unfortunately, that's not going to help you if you're sitting on Carolina. Dude, plus 13.
He's got 10 completions for 51 yards.
That is not a good yards per attempt. 3rd and 5 for the Butler and the Panthers, down 24-3 in the third. Completes it.
He did it past the first down marker.
Downfield throw.
So proud of you.
To, of course, DJ Moore, complete for the first down.
Colby debuting the sarcasm.
Nice little juke move by DJ Moore, taking it out to the 44.
Maybe we should go, just an idea, guys. Maybe we should do this no huddle thing.
1st and 10, 4:45 left to go in the third. Quick bubble screen.
How'd that work out for them, Sean? The same as it's worked out every damn time they've tried it.
Robbie Anderson, a speedster. I understand the logic, but why not go deep with Robbie Anderson?
They're setting up the deep ball for the fourth quarter.
They had to neutralize the average because he just threw a 14-yard completion. So it's like if we throw a negative 2-yard pass, we'll be pretty much on average with that 5 yards.
MK the man 7. Are you guys betting Bucks versus Falcons? You know it.
Course.
I got Atlanta +7 as the home dog.
I'm on the Falcons too. Thankfully, it feels great not to be on Kramer's.
Going against Kramer.
Yeah.
McCaffrey for a 3-yard loss there. This Panthers offense is just struggling.
Dude, I had years of Sanchez.
Hold on a second. Dan the Chan saying another horrible new roster matchup. We had 2 great matchups last night.
We did. 3rd and 13.
Go.
Bridgewater completes it across the middle.
This is 4 down territory.
Not according to the CPU. This is field goal territory. DJ Moore completes it. Doesn't get the first down. 10-yard pickup. You have to go for it here.
Yeah,
but of course, the Sims, they do what they want.
Yeah, get loud. That means they're going for it, right?
Nope,
No,
they're punting.
Pussies.
What? What the fuck? Come on, dudes.
Fumble.
And
where the hell? I didn't even see the ball. The ball didn't even land.
Out of bounds at the 22. This is a great example of why you don't punt. When you pick up 28 yards in field position, you got to go for it on 4th and 3.
You're playing to lose the game.
You play to win the game, Colby.
I know, but he's playing. Matt Rule is playing to lose the game. Now Herm Edwards says you play to win the game.
That dude, man, mad props to him. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it at the college level.
1st and 10, play action. Breeze going deep down the field, completes it to Michael Thomas. He could go all the way.
Let me get this straight.
And he does.
The corner and the safety run into each other.
How did they not pick that up?
They're so terrible. This team is trash.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
What are they doing? What are they doing? They're like moving. They're coming up off the ball.
That could be the game.
What? Oh, that is the game. No, there's still plenty of time left to cash your 13.5. Look out. Backdoor cover in play. The over creeping into the realm of possibility if things heat up in the fourth here. And we'll get an updated live line courtesy of Ryan here in a second.
Listen, the 1-4 matchups are gonna have some blowouts. That's the way it goes.
I'm gonna go play some video blackjack.
Look at you.
Place your bets, please.
Minus 30.5 for the Saints.
Oh my God. You got to take plus 30.5 in an NFL game.
I'm taking plus 30.5.
Should we hedge?
Yeah,
Should I do this? I'll hedge.
Why not?
Right?
Double down.
30
it's
and a
not,
half,
it's
right?
not hedging. It's
Oh yeah,
doubling
yeah,
down.
yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Again, even point total looking good right now.
Wow. Could it be? Football's even. Basketball's on.
And Carolina, they should be able to move the ball. It feels like the Saints will be sitting back up 4 touchdowns.
One team didn't get their shipment of nose beers.
Returns it out to the 27. That's where Teddy Bridgewater, or will be Teddy Bridgewater. Will they bench him? Will they bring in my boy Will Grier?
You know what's funny?
Will Grier.
Bridgewater has a higher rating than Herbert by taking the 30.
First and 10, hands it off to McCaffrey. That's what you want to do. Establish the running game when you're down 28 with 2 minutes left to go in the third.
I could use a little bit of urgency. This game's going to end real early.
They're just trying to get out of here. Ron Rivera wants to just get to the riverboat, get out of here. They want nothing to do. They're already looking ahead. They're already placing their bets on Tampa Bay, Atlanta with the debut of CPU Brady in a Tampa Bay jersey.
Even though he loses 5 yards.
Why is he going back to the middle?
Here comes the bubble screen to Robbie Anderson. 5 catches, 12 yards. The speedster.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I like to dry run these things. I was watching the game earlier. I don't think I saw one bubble screen. What in the God's name are they doing?
They obviously saw something on film.
3rd and 6, completes it.
Wow.
Down the field.
You see
over
what
the middle.
happens when you do a play and throw the ball past the first down marker.
And get Robbie Anderson going down the field. Shout out to Night Riders 20. I bet my rent money on the Bucks Falcons over. I'm drinking vodka all night and telling my fat wife I'm just playing my friend Dan online. Awesome.
Well, I mean, we're going to have lots of time in the fourth quarter, but we really should talk about the 4 games we got coming up this weekend.
Some awesome games. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing there for McCaffrey.
What is he
second and
mixing
9.
that vodka with? You going straight vodka Russian style or what? Doing some
It's a bit of a psycho move.
Yeah.
I would go vodka and cranberry.
orange juice maybe. You mix the orange juice and the cranberry juice if you got both, which no one ever
I've worked
does.
for Russians a couple different times, and it's disrespectful to not drink when people are toasting. And boy,
Snowden was a good friend of yours, right?
props to those motherfuckers. They can drink.
Yeah.
And why waste any space with mixers? Just vodka.
If you're gonna drink vodka on the rocks, I can traditionally do that, but it's got to be a very good vodka.
It's got to be pure.
it can't be pop off.
You go like plastic bottle vodka, that will ruin your
Second and 9
your
from their own
life.
46. Nice little completion there, but again, it's all little completions.
Teddy Bridgewater could get to 100 yards on this drive.
Getting it to Ian Thomas.
Just 10 more checkdowns and he'll be there, right?
You're talking about vodka. That's actually a friend of the program, Rob Gronkowski's favorite drink. Told me when he went on the Gronk cruise, he needed 8 IV bags to recover. So if you're wondering what Gronk's been up to in his retirement.
You see what I like about that? Bridgewater is learning. He sensed that there was pressure. You know what you got to do when that happens? You get rid of the fucking ball. And he did it.
Checks it down, got the first down.
Where McCaffrey's wide open.
I didn't say he was reading the defense correctly, but it's better than a sack. All right.
He's
That block for a half a second longer.
It's clear Ron Rivera bet the under. They're just looking to run the clock out. So shout out to all the under bettors. 34 total points. I think the total was 54. So you got to be loving this. Down 28 and hand it off to McCaffrey. Empty set here. Interesting how they'll hand it off to McCaffrey. Completion over the middle to Robbie Anderson.
Hey.
First down.
Is this the 2-minute offense? Because I'm actually seeing the ball move.
a coaching adjustment.
Saints are getting frustrated. They're going to start trying to strip the ball. Turnover loading. Robbie Anderson for the first down.
And Sean, I don't know if you saw, but all the first round matchups lines are up. Eagles -7.5 against those Redskins.
Ooh, interesting. Bridgewater spin move. Another completion to Ian Thomas.
Where has this been all game? Colby?
I mean,
The Saints are clearly sitting back and letting them run the clock to their own detriment. 2nd and 1 here for the Panthers.
And trust me, Bridgewater still hasn't gone really downfield. He's changed from maybe bubble screens to 4-yard passes. So you're seeing the evolution of the man.
He's going 4 yards downfield now. 2nd and 1. Bridgewater drops back.
Hey!
Another easy completion to Robbie Anderson.
I think he dropped it.
Oh, he did. It fell out of his hands.
He caught it.
Fucking bum.
No, it's incomplete. 3rd and 1. Kramer, you threw out what we should do in the second half. Under Carolina, or Carolina under 13.5.
Looking pretty good, Sean.
Second half points. That was my recommendation.
I'm just glad I got that +30 bet in.
Saints sitting in a 4-3, not even giving them a courtesy nickel look.
Get rid of it. Hey!
Completes it across the middle to DJ Moore.
Amazing things happen when you get the ball out of your hands.
It's really impressive how much of a pussy Bridgewater has been. 20 completions for only 130 yards. That is
it's impressive.
It's like, how do you even do that?
1st and goal from the 7. Tick.
Hey!
wide open.
Oh man. See, that's why if he hangs on the ball for a second longer, looks it off, it's got the guy in the back of the end zone wide
Panthers,
open.
Matt Rule under the impression that time of possession is how you keep score in the National Football League.
Curtis Samuel with a couple yard pickup here. Oh, some Trump chat going on.
Oh no.
Hey.
All in on Trump.
We, of course, are sipping Jameson on the rocks. Official drink of the Sports Gambling Podcast. 2nd to goal from the 3.
Oh my God.
Felt the pressure, got rid of the ball, but not a completion.
Colby's getting really angry at this.
I mean, come on. You see that right there? You're like,
Oh no, it's getting political in the chat. That's when you know.
Man.
That's when you know the game is a blowout. When
Yeah.
people start thinking about reality. Stick to simulated world.
And that's when you've had too many nose beers.
We're not a political show. The only political party we endorse
go run.
is the Green Party.
Jesus.
Oh my God, that could have been a
So bad. He's so bad.
could have been a pick 6 for Cam Jordan.
Dude, he was open the entire route.
Sean, am
the
I going to be
entire route until the very end.
Am I going to be down 3 units in Madden Mayhem?
Kick the field goal.
No, you're
4.
You're down. You're already down 4. You're about to go down 5.
Kick the field goal.
Oh.
Make it a 4. Make it a 3
4th
possession
and
game.
goal. Panthers. Bridgewater. Going.
Run it, you bitch.
And he takes a sack on 4th and goal.
Oh my God.
I hate him.
Lock up that Carolina under 13.5 in the second half.
Now my +30's in jeopardy.
Saints handed off Alvin
there
Kamara.
you
Nothing
go.
doing there.
Dude, if you kick the field goal there, you stretch the game. It's a 3 possession game then, right? Am I right? 8 + 8 + 8.
But again, we are
now. Yeah, I guess you got to go for it. I'm an idiot.
our political party is of course the Green Party because green for cash and smoking the green, stacking the green.
I thought you meant the greenies.
2nd and 12. Although I would take a couple greenies.
Why are they
That was
passing?
like the,
Safety.
It's a safety.
Yes.
Oh, this is what we needed.
Play action, deep drop.
2 touchdowns now backdoors at Colby.
This is beautiful.
This is amazing.
And don't look now. The lead has been cut to 26 points. How do you get caught there for a safety?
And if you bet no one will score 5 points in Madden Mayhem, you're sweating bullets right
Well,
now.
and Kramer, we got to do a
Squares?
Madden Mayhem Super Bowl squares. You know we're going to be getting that going. So stay tuned to that.
I've seen my bookie host squares contest before.
Well, and sounds like you probably have to leave a 5-star review to get an entry, but we'll get to that later.
What? They thought there was going to be an onside kick or something. I don't understand. Why would
Colby's so angry.
How do they only get it out to the 24
they didn't
on
have
a
anyone
safety
block back there? I don't know.
Unclear what's going on there, but Panthers take over on their own 24. I'm predicting a 7-minute plotting drive that takes 12 plays for them to kick a field goal.
13 completions for 31 yards.
We haven't seen the explosive play.
Oh, there you go. Hand it off Christian McCaffrey. Get him going.
Gotta hold on to your block a little longer than that before you hit the second level.
2nd and 11.
I hate this team. I'm gonna write them letters.
Colby sounds like he dropped his house on this game, according to Scotty Rock for Life.
Oh, of course, we would never bet on the game, Sean. We're objective announcers.
Well, hey, I did hit the plus 30, so
2nd and 11.
hanging on here by a little bit. Hey,
Bridgewater completes it to Robbie Anderson, getting upfield.
that's the longest play of the game.
Let's go
At
now.
18 yards.
Yeah,
Tick, 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 tick.
18-yard pickup. Yeah, you got to get in that first down gesture.
Carolina gets over 200 yards.
When you're down 26, you wanna talk some shit. Malcolm Jenkins sighting, former Philadelphia Eagle. 1st and 10.
Call hike, guys. You're not
Call
supposed to
hike.
use the 40-second fucking
Bridgewater
play
using
clock.
the hard count
Yeah.
for some reason.
Oh, McCaffrey with the ball. Let's go.
Checks it down. Great open
God.
field tackle there.
He broke it.
Oh my God.
How do you have so many pass attempts and so few yards?
Especially, how do you use the whole 40-second play clock when you're down by a lot of points? You know what I mean? Like
I
you
love
need
him.
to get.
I love him using the hard count.
Yeah.
2nd and 12. The Butler in the shotgun. Another check.
Oh my God.
Checks it down, and Ian Thomas inexplicably runs out of
Bums.
bounds. He did stop the clock on that 2-yard pickup.
It starts
3rd and 10.
again though in the next like 10 seconds.
Absolute
Yeah.
bums.
Whew. And
Sean.
we do have a tourney game
Yes.
tonight.
Chew My Plums wants to know. Of course, we have the Bucks headed to Atlanta.
Sorry, Kramer. I'm just laughing at them calling a draw play on 3rd and 10. 6-yard pickup. Bucks Atlanta. The line is 7. I'm of course on Atlanta +7. Home dog. Kramer.
Once again,
Talk me into Tampa Bay.
you get advantage on the closing
Well, let's-
line.
4th down.
It was 7 when we picked it.
Whatever.
4th and 4. The Panthers are going for it. Teddy Bridgewater drops back, throws it
Hey!
to the outside, completes it to Robbie Anderson.
Anderson's starting to actually show himself. You know.
He's been able to catch the ball. I don't know where this has been all game. Just not using him enough.
Once again, though, using all of the clock. I hate this team.
They are really bleeding the clock. 1st and 10. Bridgewater all day back there,
It's like he has not a care in the world.
and throws a 1-yard pass to Christian McCaffrey, who
This guy,
stays in bounds.
This guy
Make
is
that a
amazing.
2-yard pickup. Take another 40 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, they're going to end up with a field goal, and they're going to take 10 minutes off the clock on this drive.
I'm sorry, Colby.
2nd and 8.
I'm just not. I'm not hot right now.
No, I got the plus 30.
You are ice cold. Screenplay
Hey, that's
Oh,
a-
here it
to
is.
McCaffrey.
Here it is. Where's he going? Come back, you bitch.
Gets the first down. Runs out of bounds.
They've never thought about actually trying to score a touchdown, have they?
They thought about it. They're just not going to do it.
They
And there
do
you
still
go.
have 3 timeouts. They could get a touchdown, stop, cover, touchdown, cover.
A likely scenario here. 1st and 10 on the 34.
Yes.
Ooh, great ball by Teddy
See what
Bridgewater.
happens when you go downfield.
Hitting
Go.
him in stride.
Go. Who's 15? Roberts.
Seth Roberts.
Nice catch.
And again, throwing the first down gesture. Good ball by Teddy B. Turns it upfield there, gets a couple extra yards. 1st and 10 from the 19. Clock continues to run. Tick, tick, tick.
Come on, dude.
Hand it off to
Jesus
McCaffrey, you
Christ.
pussies.
No, don't hand it off. Oh no.
And they do. Hand it off to McCaffrey.
Oh my God.
2-yard pickup. I'll give him 2 yards. 2nd and 8. This is just awesome. Shout out to Boner Soup 30. Got some game day nachos and a blunt ready for the Bucks game like it's Sunday Night Football. That really is. You got to get your snacks, your vice ready. Get ready to go. Load up.
Where are you located there, Boner Soup?
2nd and 8.
Colby
from the
wondering
17.
where the boner is located.
always there
Running
for
the,
the
running
Boner
the play
Soup,
clock
right?
down to 2
And they
seconds.
run it again. This fucking hack of an OC.
And
head
another.
coach.
What is going on? He's just giving up.
3rd and 8.
Not impressed with the CPU. Definitely not a neural net processor.
Yes,
They-
it's not a learning computer.
They're clearly the fix is in for the underbetters.
Wow.
Over's about to go to 2-1.
Prick.
And another handoff on 3rd and 8
they doing?
to Christian McCaffrey.
Colby's just dry sweating over here.
I don't understand the point of the game. Isn't this a computer?
Colby, you're covering your plus 30.5.
I want to
With
score a
that safety-
touchdown to put that thing away. You score a touchdown, we're good.
Does a field goal put it away?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh no, they're kicking the field goal. What the fuck?
They are. You got to make it a.
But yet they didn't last time. I don't understand.
It's up, and it's good.
So plus
Carolina
30.
gets to 8 points. 5 points in the second half.
Damn it.
Sitting right on that.
We're gonna push. I'm gonna push on this 30, right? Because New Orleans.
Oh, you think
is
New
gonna
Orleans
come
has a
down.
touchdown
Yeah.
in them? So if you had the plus 27, plus 30, you're a little nervous, but I think you got to feel. I would feel good at plus 30.
There's just too much time on that clock.
The CPU doesn't know how to run the clock out unless it's the Panthers and they're down.
Yeah.
I don't understand that game plan.
Oh, Boner Soup checking in from Syracuse, New York.
Nice.
I used to live in upstate New York.
Nice. Been there. It's beautiful.
Rome, New
Yeah.
York.
I was in Gloversville once before for.
And he kicks it right to him. Easy recovery for the
Perfect. That,
Saints.
that means they'll score a touchdown before the 2-minute warning, and probably get the ball back with about a minute left.
Could the total happen?
What is the total again?
53, I believe, is what it opened at.
Yeah, I think it closed at like 54.
And we're at what, 39 right now?
39.
Boy,
Probably not.
Kamara will probably have like a 45-yard touchdown right here.
Have not seen a single explosive play in this game.
Kamara running off tackle.
Boy, I've been on the wrong side. I mean, the first 2 games, I felt like I was on the right side.
Yeah, me too. Me
This
too.
one,
You're not on the right side.
This one's
My
just
dog,
brutal.
I went big for the D-gens only. I'm foolish. My bad. We'll do better next time. Dare I tease you to my lock?
Is
The baby effing
man.
Buccaneers. I'm wearing the
Lane
shirt.
7, Kramer.
I got to wear a shirt to root for a team. How cool is that?
Kamara up the middle here. Gets the first down.
Just pull the trigger on me.
As long as I get this, I can, make some of the dough back. Plus
Extra
30.
dates being announced for the Kramer FML Tour as we speak.
People calling for a Saints touchdown, so maybe they were the ones who got on the Saints minus 30 late. Sitting on the 32.
The Panthers aren't using their timeouts, huh?
No,
just gonna
they're happy to get on the bus. and
waving
get out
that
of
white
here.
flag, huh?
It is a
Delay a game.
What the fuck?
Interesting play by Drew Brees here.
Nothing like wanting to talk over, an HB smash. You know what I mean?
Oh, and shout out to anyone who's teasing these games. You are an absolute savage.
That's some real Degens only if I've ever heard it.
Hashtag Degens only.
Field goal loading. Boner Soup 30 calling out.
Kamara handoff. Off tackle. Nothing doing there, but clearly just bleeding the clock. Carolina happy to not call a timeout as the game slowly expires.
And you know what? For the first time, I'm okay with that. That's the first time I've been okay.
Carolina
with their
field
coaching
goal,
method.
that seemed to be key as it knocked it to odd point totals. However,
They're
if we
in
get
field goal
another,
range.
if we get
Yeah.
a field goal from the Saints, could move it back to even.
No way Carolina starts calling their timeouts. Right?
Maybe.
I think this could be the last play of the game. Kamara up the middle, dancing left
Closer
and
to
right.
field goal range.
Let's roll.
I heard a
it.
whistle. No.
They don't need to call another play. Now that doesn't mean they won't, but we could be we could be seeing the clock run down. They're going up there.
Go
They're
play
getting
action.
ready
Go
to
play action.
call
Just for
play.
the spirit.
Third
Just
and
for
10.
the spirit.
1
Do
second.
it. Oh.
And the game ends. New Orleans Saints 31, Carolina 8.
Definitely has a lipper in, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Sean Payton celebrating. They're moving on to the NFC South Championship, where they will play the winner.
Hard to argue with 82%, 360 yards, and 4 touchdowns to Drew Brees.
If only they could show me those stats of every check down that our guy Bridgewater did, I'd appreciate that.
Not a not a lively game here, but as a Saints -13 backer, felt pretty good the entire game.
And let's be honest, everyone had the Saints advance in the bracket. This was a 1 versus a 16. This is gonna happen.
Hey, it is a tournament, and expect to see a much closer game in the nightcap, where we see the Atlanta Falcons hosting the new look Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks in 82, Falcons in 81. Should be very tight.
And somehow the Falcons, the public money has come pouring in. The Falcons now up to +7.5 home dog. Total sitting at 55. I'm on the Falcons at +7.5, especially. Sprinkle a little bit on that money line, +180. They're going to be a live dog.
Perfect quarterback rating for Drew Brees. Look at that. Just flawless.
28 completions for Bridgewater for 187 yards. Just filthy.
Brees only had 28 attempts. He threw for 360. Come on.
Christian McCaffrey, 3.6 yards per carry. Not good.
No one really did anything on the
Not
ground.
much in the running game, but Saints didn't need it. They were just throwing all over the place.
Yeah, but for some reason the Panthers really respected the Saints run game.
And to be clear, Kramer is on the Tampa Bay Bucks. So if you want to fade him, you got take the Falcons. Yeah. We're calling it at 7, even though the line right now is 7.5. I'll give you that hook, Kramer. I feel like you need it.
What do you, oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Sean. I think we picked it at 6.5 on the podcast.
No, I think we picked it at 7, briefly dropped down to 6.5. Now back up to 7. Odd and even point total. Buccaneers team total is up. It's at 31.5. Falcons 24.5. I imagine a high scoring game here. We will see first quarter lines as well. Second half lines, second quarter lines. They got it all over at mybookie.ag. Make sure you deposit with that promo code SGP to play, win, and get paid. And read that. I'm having trouble reading that. I can't finish the game anymore. Thanks, guys. The girlfriend loved the shout out so much she took her top off. Shout out to Reed Rothschild. Joey Bucket saying, I got the easiest money making plan in the world. Just fade Kramer. You know it. Cash all day.
Love you, bro.
How many entries were entered in the bracket challenge? Well over 1,000.
Yeah, I think around 1,200.
So again, you have a pretty good chance of cashing because we're paying out, I think, over 100 different people. All the information, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Madden. Tune in for the late game, kicking off 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock on the East. Make sure you subscribe to the Sports Gambling Podcast. Check out that Joe Theismann episode. Check out Colby Danton, his podcast, The College Experience. Available Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify.
See you guys in 26 minutes.
Kramer, let it ride.